End of sevens rugby. It's Fiji against South Africa. Who will be the Kings of Wellington for 2017? New Zealand have been dethroned, so it comes down to two brilliant teams. Fiji, we know all about their wonderful flair, their power, their pace. South Africa, such a well-drilled, well-organised, outstanding defensive team, but also with strike power. Let's have a look at the teams. Carl Tinana is alongside me, and Neil Powell going with the team that served him so well that seven all weekend.
Yeah, pretty predictable lineup, Tony, for the South African team, led by their forward pack, but the playmakers, Dupree and Hadul, have been outstanding.
Lutumailangi has been in brilliant form for Fiji. He has scored 7 tries, same as Sibelo Senatla. Kolonisau, the captain, will lead them out. And here they come, and that's what's at stake. So they run out into the dusk here. Perfect ground conditions, but the same blustery wind we've had all day will greet the players. Lots of support in the crowd for Fiji. But South Africa, well, 24 hours ago, they were comfortable winners. But that was yesterday. This is the final. And great emotion on the faces of the players through the national anthem, but I noticed some smiles amongst the South Africans, and who wouldn't be smiling with a record like that? 148 points for, just 17 against. Fiji, well, they did drop that one game 24 hours ago, 31-12, and they've had to fight hard. But this is a final, and I guess we can forget a lot of what's happened so far this weekend when it comes to the last 14 minutes of action of the weekend, Carl.
Oh, that pool play meant absolutely nothing, because the cup final is totally different. It's a totally different pressure, totally different situation. James Dolan in charge of this one. This Fiji team, well, it's creation of physical mismatches, getting them one-on-ones. That's where they're so good, and it's about the offloads. They are so lethal when they're able to get them away.
Well, there has been one of the, well, I guess, unsung heroes of South Africa, Quacka Smith. Those forwards, they do such great work to set things up. But the Fijians, and what a weekend little Jerry Tuwai has had. Justin Gerald, he's taken over the playmaker role from the absent Cecil Africa. I'm sure Cecil is watching, full of hope in South Africa. We send our greeting to fans of both teams as we await kickoff in the final. It'll be Fiji to kick off. Ravovo gets the match underway, and up goes Justin Gerald for it for South Africa. It comes clear. Senatla going in to move it out. Branko Dupree, the other one of the twin playmakers for South Africa. They get the first penalty of the final, and it's taken by Quacka Smith. This man with an insatiable appetite for work. Werner Kok has been brilliant, and he busts the first tackle straight onto the attack. Go the blitz box. They move to the short side, but he can't pull in that pass. Justin Gerald, and Fiji will throw to a line out. Melody Robinson is sidelined.
These teams are very similar to each other in the way that they have athletes that can break a game apart from little possession. We've seen Fiji do that a number of times.
Yeah, it was pretty evident too, Tony, for the start of this game. Both of these teams are very physical. They won't shirk away from that aspect of the game.
No big men on both sides. And one of them goes up to win the ball for Fiji. Batuniata wide to Kolonisau, wearing that strapping around his head, trying to hold Lutumailangi up off the ground. But he's got immense strength. Kolonisau, he's trying to bump off. I think trying to impose himself physically there on Sibelo Senatla. And just a little tussle. Imagine that there are tensions out there.
Okay.
Senatla.
I like that tactic though, Tony, from Fiji. They have to man up. You can't let the bully, and that's what South Africa like to do physically. So Fiji have aimed up there. They realise that situation.
Well, I think they both do, don't they? They like to impose themselves. For all the brilliance that they've got, they like to stamp their physicality on the game. Ravovo, he's made a welcome return to the team. He puts the ball into touch. Koloni Sau wearily walks to the line out. And here's Tuwai. Tuniata. What a find he is. Ravovo straightening. A little shadow boxing early on. Montinatangi. Chris Dry puts him on the ground and they go in Sneyman and they're trying to disrupt it. Firstly, they work it through the middle. Now the pass floated out wide to Lutumailangi, the Nadronga flyer. Sinatla comes across and even he can't stop him. Eighth try of the weekend for Joeli Lutumailangi and the first of the final for Fiji.
Well, they did exceptionally well to draw on the South African defence and go up the middle of the park. Now, look at this. Two players on top of their games, and Lutumailangi is 5-star.
Oh, he's just another star that Fiji's announced on the pitch today and yesterday. He has been outstanding. And it wasn't just the fact they worked it up on the right-hand side, it was also that they were taking it into contact and varying up the offload as well.
Koloni Sau, well, has the first kick of the final, and it barely goes 5 metres beyond the 22 line, but good start. And Lutumailangi in scorching form.
I have not seen Siobala Sinatla done on the outside like that before. That is absolutely brilliant. What a confident start for the Flying Fijians.
A huge shot of confidence it'll give them too. Remember, the finals now 7 each way. They used to be a different game. That hasn't gone the 10. So South Africa will get a chance to strike back.
But they won't panic. The South African team, you know that. They have got class right across the park. And these two guys on the ball, Dupria and Nadol, they are the architects on attack.
They go to the left cop. He has been magnificent this weekend. A real force. Waka Smith just rolls up his sleeves and gets it done. Here's Sinatla. Can he get one back? No. Turns it back and field into touch. Good defence, Fiji. South Africa ran out of room.
Well, again, just shutting down the start of South Africa. He's such a threat every single time. Siobala Sinatla. But one-on-one, Lutumailangi gets it done on defence. Look at him, he's given him 8 metres, but he uses the sideline as an extra defender.
And Sneyman carries it on. Playing without Kyle Brown too, as well as Cecil Africa. And Kwaka Smith, what a job he's done in the absence of Brown. Sneyman now turns it back. Sinatla. Only one thing going to happen when he gets the ball in space, and he's between the posts for the try.
On the outside, Kwaka Smith going down the middle of the park. He has put in a shift this weekend, Kwaka Smith. He's been so good, owning the middle of the park, and then Siobala Sinatla just showing his fortitude to get back in this game and score a try for his team when they needed him most.
In this circumstances, let's listen to the coaches.
Well, I like the way, Tony, they're both coaches really asking questions of their teams, and they're engaging. You can look on the faces, they're all centered in on the job. It's really great to see.
Some stern words and then a little prayer, and they break. Yes, it's the new face of coaching, isn't it? There's no fists being slammed into the palm of the hand, no telling them they're a bunch of useless so-and-sos. This is all about positive reinforcement.
I thought that was interesting. Fiji actually made South Africa wait a little bit longer there in mind games.
South Africa have the edge, but it's a very, very close one. South Africa 7, Fiji 5, as Justin Herold starts the second half for the blitz box. Pokes it down towards the 22. And Ravovo it is, taking the ball into contact. Quacka Smith makes about his 8,000th tackle of the weekend. Fiji back to a full complement. Motanatangi ran with those long, long legs. Herold going in there fighting for it. But Fiji have it. Just a little bit of crossing over there, but then breaking away better. Malua Sinatla came back at him. Fiji still have it close to the touchline. And Petuniata, man who's made a huge impression, but a man who clearly just has to watch his discipline. He's the man who spent a couple of minutes in the bin.
You can see there South Africa just wanting to slow the game down, played at their pace. Just Vere Malua nearly gets away, but desperation on defence by Siobela Sinatla. Jerry Tuwai waiting for him to break something. He's been covered so far in this match.
Well, Branko de Priya is leaving the field, and his place has been taken by Roscoe Speckman. Just as capable of filling the role, though. They've got tremendous depth in their squad. Fiji's has been tested by suspension and injury, that's for sure. South Africa give it to Dry, just start stumbling. And Petuniata cleared away by Koch. Those forwards, they support each other so well. Now, Herold, little jab inside, then he gives it away to Sinatla. The in out, taken from behind by Lutumailangi. They've still got it though, it's still alive. Speckman, barely been on the field, 15 seconds, and he's in for the try.
Oh, don't you just love that little bit of injection of pace by Siobela Sinatla. Watch him here, here's Herold. Gets on the outside of his marker. Siobela, yo, see you later, I'm on at top speed. The way he's able to avoid defenders, but sits it up nicely. Herold right there, pass it off to Speckman. Impact player personified.
Yeah, that Fijian defence were caught ball watching, so that winger on the left-hand side, I think it was Ravovo was out there. He needed to keep his eyes on Sinatla and not look at the ball, and that's what gave him the opportunity to hit that gap out wide.
Well, what Roscoe Speckman has managed to do is silence the large Fijian contingent. Blistering speed, as always, from Siobela Sinatla, and the great linking play there, just to keep the thing alive, from Justin Herold.
Still an age to go in this game. Fiji need this kickoff.
All important first points of the second half have gone to South Africa, though. They lead 14-5 with the restart taken by Koloni Sal. So Fiji gets the pressure just starting to build a little, and again lucky the referee hasn't felt there was any obstruction there. Motanatangi keeps trying to stride through the defence. This time he gets the offload away. Vetulkani, ball spilt though.
Unfortunate though, Tony. Viri just had a little lock at Werner Koch coming in, otherwise they had a man over to the left-hand side. They did everything right to create the opportunity. Snyman comes in, they give the offload. Just there, you can feel him, couldn't he? It was Justin Herold, in fact. Unfortunate.
Well, South Africa last one in New Zealand, 2009, the World Series they last won. Last 4 years they've been bridesmaids, twice to New Zealand, twice to Fiji. A win here would be invaluable, help them to stretch their lead at the top of the table. Speckman again, away it goes to Ruan. Nell taken just short, but stretching over for the try. Again, instant impact off the bench. Ruan Nell with the try, and now South Africa have a firm grip on this final.
I was just about to say, Neil Powell, just great use of his bench. He brought on Speckman, went to the left-hand side, and then Ruan now brought him on just before that set piece. And look at the strength of the big man.
So kick from wide out. And South Africa building their lead now, 19-5. 2 converted tries ahead.
Hasn't he changed the game since he's come on? Roscoe Speckman.
Great introduction to Speckman, and then since they beat Fiji in 2002.
What about this little piece of individual brilliance by Vetokani? They needed something special to break the first line, and he comes up with another nice little piece of magic using the chip kick. You don't usually see that close to your own 22, but he does it, and good piece of work at the breakdown, the course and knock on from South Africa. Still a chance, Fiji.
Set.
Oh, Fiji and a scores. Vidi is on. Kolonisau, what can the skipper do? He offloads, but Tuniata, they hold. So they have to release him. Vetokani gets rid of it. Too wide. Well, he's broken teams open so often this weekend. Not that time. Sinatla stepping, putting the pace on, looking for support. Ruanel is there. Oh, what a try. And that's it. It's South Africa's. What a brilliant breakout. Ruanel comes off the bench, scores a double. And South Africa are winners in Wellington.
Seal Bella Sinatla breaking from deep for the blitz spot. Ruan now comes on, gets his double in the second half. Jerry Tuwai nearly gets through the hole, but desperate defence from Hadol from behind. Quagga Smith picks it up. And from there, they're able to give it to Sinatla. The little stutter step goes on the outside. What I like about it, he realises that he's not going to get there on the angle, and then Ruan now strides away for South Africa.
The kick has gone over, and congratulations South Africa. They've broken a long drought in Wellington, champions for the first time since 2002, and they stretch their lead at the head of the World Series table with a quite commanding victory here in Wellington. Blitzbox, brilliant.
I told you!
Well, I think this puts it in bold type, Carlton. They are the team to beat in this year's series.
Consistent, aren't they? They've made 3 cup finals, they've won 2 of them. And the depth of squad is something that really is something